Alright, we 49 minutes late. Lord have mercy. See if we streaming on all cylinders. Are we streaming on all cylinders? Is my spiritual animals in the house? Yep, spiritual animals in the house. All the spirit up. Is YouTube up? See. Okay. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Let's check and see if YouTube is up yet. I want to give everybody time to get into the room. Everybody time to file in. How's everybody doing this morning? On this great Ujima day. Great Ujima to you. Let's give a round of applause to all of our Ujima babies. Shouts out to brother Kwame. I see you out there, my friend. Let's wake up Hootsuite. I don't know what's going on with Gye-Nyame Journey. I can't tell whether or not we on Facebook because I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Try to refresh it one more time. Let's go home. Make sure we up. With the Gye-Nyame Journey family. Make sure everything is up and we're going to get started. Okay, here we go. I think stuff is popping up now. Okay, it's popping up now. Had to go back out and come back in. Alright, there we go. We up on Facebook. I think we're up on Spreaker. We're up on YouTube. Let's make sure we get the pages we need to get on Facebook. Is it just me or my selections on YouTube are getting... I'm not getting the shows, the quality shows that I used to get. Don't let me say it like that. I'm not getting the satisfaction from my YouTube channels that I used to get. I used to get a whole lot of good stuff. I wasn't able to get anything on YouTube. But let me tell you how things work. So I'm going through my YouTube and I'm not able to find anything. So I go to Instagram and one of my brothers is a pastor and I was able to get one of his... Well, actually, he got a show. What? Where my red cord today? Anyway, and was able to stumble on one of his sermons, and it was good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I'm a tribal dude. You know, if the tribe is on that, I'm with it. You know, so he did a real good sermon. So I'm kind of hyped up. I was sitting, getting ready, and I was just listening. I said, "Damn, this dude is good." Every now and then, like you know. So it was a powerful, powerful word that he gave this. Actually, it might have been 9 years old. Real good talk. So I was like, damn, okay, cool. So because I'm looking on my YouTube channel. I'm like, ain't nothing up. Ain't no updates on the latest comic books. Ain't no news on ADOS. Ain't nothing in there. I go to Instagram and plow. Dropped it right on my lap. But anyway, let's go and get it started. So now, family, the shoes. Hold on. I want to give you a quick review on the shoes. So it's a good material. Good material. Right? You still, they're getting a little bit dirty. I'm using them. Very flexible. Now, I am going to highly suggest that you order a size up. If you order the shoes, a size up. So if you wear size 9, get a size 10. I think in China, their feet are a little bit smaller or something. Because now, I'm going to say this. I got another pair coming in hopefully the size that works for me. These are size 12s, and they're not working for me. I'm going to try them again today, but I got home last night. My toes was killing me. My big toe was killing me. So get a size up so that you got a little space up here. But other than that, they work good, man. It's like, they do everything that I want a shoe to do. Of course, I'm not running track. Is it a light or heavy? It's a very light shoe. Thick sole. Think along the lines of Converse. Low top. Right? Black shell toe. Look like it's some type of leather or synthetic leather on the toe. Nice cushiony on the inside. And the material is not the cloth that you would usually get, not the canvas that you would get on a Converse. Is kind of porous. It's sort of like a pillowy type material. And other than me getting the wrong size, it's a nice shoe. Nice quality. It's hanging in there. The young boys is telling me, you need to get him away. You need to give him away before you put a crease in him. He said, what is your normal tennis shoe so as to have more direct comparison? What is your normal? I haven't wore tennis shoes in a long time, Kwame. I really don't even have a brand of tennis shoes that I usually, like in the summertime for like the last 4 years, I've been trying to wear sandals or as light a shoe as possible. So I never was a tennis shoe guy. But the store, or should I just go to the store and size myself? Size yourself in Converses, and I would suggest move up, right? So if they tell you got a 9 or a 10, you know what I'm saying? If you got a 9, get a 10. If you got a 10, get 11. If you got 11, get a 12. If you got a 12, get the 13. And if you wear 13, my friend, get a 14. All right? Because it, like I say, that the measurement is off far as all shoes. Because when I go and get 12s, regardless of what shoe I'm getting, if I get a 12, in most cases, the 12 fit good. But anyway, let's go and get started. Without any further ado, that was enough of the commercial on the shoe. Those that are interested in the shoes, you go to GNJmedia.live, GNJmedia.live. Go to the merch store, and we got 2 shoes up there. We got the one with the original G&J symbol, Gye-Nyame journey symbol, the phoenix, and the Simba looking at the Gye-Nyame symbol, or should I say Bennu bird, or Bennu for Gye-Nyame. And we got a Simba, and we got the Gye-Nyame symbol sitting right there in the middle. But then we also have the other Gye-Nyame symbol, and I will share that with you as soon as it comes. I wanted to save it for opening, but I was so excited to get the shoe out the box that I couldn't wait. Don't keep me waiting. But shouldn't Converse shoes compare directly? Yes. I think I'm not gonna say that, Kwame. Cause let me say this. If I was to go get a Converse, when I did wear Converse fit me to size. You understand? Converse fit me to size. So if I go get a 12 in Converse, they're gonna fit. So I think this is a different measure. 12s ain't working for me right now. Let me just say that. Alright, so family, let's get it popping. First off, I want to welcome you to the Congregation of Mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Hot Tim, and this is a Heart of a Simple production. And right now, we are on the Daily Toast. We strive to blow up your old paradigms. Blow it up, blow them up. That's the only way we gonna move forward. Blow up the old paradigms. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath, man. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a deep breath, come on. Now, grab your glass with some water. Get your picture of that water. Lift that picture of that water, okay? Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink? Okay, now, move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Oh, move your body, drink some water. Family, move your body. Oh, drink. Come on now, you do this fine. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, man. Now take your breath and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Raise and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast, mess it all up. Hold on. 4 pillars. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink have your weight in ounces. Eat anniversary for Hey, take your breath. Lift it 4. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. So while I was on, one of my brothers made a request, and I'm sitting up here looking to see if I can find Brother Nomo on YouTube. He is on YouTube. I just have to find him, but it's not going to be under. It's not under Nomo X, but maybe they spelled Nomo wrong. See if I can play a little bit of Nomo, since the brother requested African Holocaust. Alright, let's see. Brother wanted to hear a little bit of our elder's voice, so let me go on and accommodate. So to everybody, they spelled his name wrong.
The United States military, and it's always one-sided relationship or one-sided love affair.
That's for you, Brother Kwame.
We can go back to the first war, the colonial war, which this country claims to have gained its independence by. Independence for who, we might ask, since we were slaves for 400 years after that war was over with. And we fought in that war more than the white troops did. In fact, one British soldier announced that he was a general, and he looked over the battlefield and said, "My God, we must be fighting Ethiopia. There's nothing but black troops out there, African troops. Where are the white boys at?" And there was just one comment, but we know that was made several times by many different British soldiers on different fronts, because the bulk of the fighting men were Africans that were sent.
So that's one of the tapes. There is an hour and 40 minutes of Brother Nomo on YouTube that I know of. But we have other brothers who have a lot more Nomo X. For those that don't know, Nomo X is one of our ancestors. You hear us often talk about him on our show, as well as you hear his name on our ancestor list. Brother Kwame had a desire to hear his voice, and I got a little bit of it in. Hopefully that will sacrifice. For some reason it cut off and it stopped talking, but there are Nomo X tapes out there, and I will call Nomo every year on my birthday, which by the way, so I appreciate hearing my brother's voice. Thanks. Happy birthday to Brother Kwame. Give Brother Kwame a round of applause. We got a lot of birthday people around this time of year and around Gye-Nyame, because this is crazy. Navita's birthday just passed. Sister Tracy's, I think, Brother Deshaun. Hopefully I ain't missing nobody, but all these birthdays is like, man. So happy birthday, my brother. Happy birthday to you. So let's go and get this toast up and popping. So I don't have too much news today, and also another reason I don't got a lot of news. I'm going back through my mental archives, and on YouTube I've been running. Like I said, the selection has been kind of whack for me on YouTube as of late. So I was going through and I started running into an old show that I was trying to get into, but then they kind of cut it off, and it was right before all the streaming came out and stuff like that, where you could see stuff where you wanted. And I wanted to see a show, and a lot of y'all might be familiar with the show, and I was able to find it because I got it on Amazon Prime. The name of the show was Heroes. So I started rewatching season 1. So and it caught Sasha's attention, so now she want to watch with me. And it's like 4 seasons, and in season 1 it was 23 episodes. So I think me and Sasha gonna steal away. We're gonna steal away and be watching some of that this weekend, and watching a little bit in the evenings until because it's kind of good to watch shows with your children. At one point in time, we used to watch The Flash together, but when we moved from the old apartment to this apartment, we put the TV downstairs in the basement, and I wasn't going down in the basement to watch TV. But every Coogee Chagalia, we used to sit down and watch The Flash. And right when The Flash went off, I would start my show, and the kids would go to bed. Children would go to bed. So anyway, talking about that father-daughter time. She gets into, she's able to keep up with the characters and stuff like that. And have conversation, because she be trying to understand what's going on, and she makes sure that I have clarity, because if I can explain it just a little bit, I know what's going on. Speaking of which, where the heck is Brother Anubis? I don't know where Brother Anubis is. Brother Anubis will creep in and creep out, but we wish Brother Anubis the best, and when he's ready, he'll pop up, and we'll be able to have some of these conversations. And that's kind of good. That's a good segue, because you brought up, I say Heroes, and you was able to pick up on, that would be a conversation to have with Anubis. You're right. So first, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator, who raise up our glass. And we salute that Creator, once again, by whatever name you choose, and we say, Ashe. From that family, where do we go? Of course, we move to our list of our illustrious ancestors, man. We raise our glass, and we go to our list. We start off. Let's see. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to see how far I go. Miles Brown, Mazan, Robin the Tex, Andy Davis, Arnold Brown Sr., Rosalie, Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Eileen, Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Michael Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Avar Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Falar, Montague Pittman, El Nomo, Exapet, Rob Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Billy Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Donaldson, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro Ector, Jay Carlisle, Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, and Lucy Wright, Gail Pullian, Deluxe, the brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo J., Miss Marie McDowell, Jonathan Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Ridham, and Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mayor Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melville Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mitchell Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, Beatty Sell, Weatherby, the Farmer, I Go So Sue, Shell, Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Tristan Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mayor Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Gerald Giles Watson, Spell Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, S.C. Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hannah Vesta, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frankie Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Denny Monares, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Pasigi, Philani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, DePretis Hines, Honest Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scatterberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, The Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pena Carter, Mark Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gaston, Jerry Brownlee, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Pookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word, the First State's Trash, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doe, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Roy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Becca Elizondo, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edward Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Hare, Ted McKay, Spencer Sturge, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Jennifer Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester Richard Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary France, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison. Take your breath with me. Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Jr. Where did that come from? William Dallas, Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla Albers, Molly Geraldine, Elizabeth Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Vet Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Lloyd Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brownlee Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Mira Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker, Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robert Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jack and the Broadest, Reginald Oliver, Mazarin Corporal, George Swan, Imania Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Everest McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, Aunt, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Sheldon Jr., Damian Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamante, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, Linda Jones, Shadi Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flynn, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominic Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Manga III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Jasandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry Essex II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan, Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Jessica Carl White, Desi Woods, Tilar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Andy Simpson, Jamar Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Eddie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samanda Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Gray, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, and Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Kofer, and Ozell Leathers Jr. We raise our glass to all of our ancestors, giving honor to them, lifting them up, keeping their memories with us, learning from their wisdom, remembering the good times, raising up our glass, and it just makes me feel good thinking back to some of my personal ancestors on that list and knowing that every day we are able to come together and toast them. We lift up our glass and we salute and we say with one loud, resounding Ashe. Family, from there we move to the present moment. Right now we are on the day of Ujima. Once again, giving those Ujima babies a round of applause. We celebrate you. And on this day, we want to shout out Brother Kwame once again because it's his birthday. He threw it up there. So family, make sure you show Brother Kwame some love. And to all the family whose birthday, because for some reason, it's Kuji Chagalias, a lot of Kuji Chagalias, and a lot of birthdays in this period. This is crazy. But anyway, maybe it's not crazy. It's a blessing. All right, so family, I want you to activate your reticular formation. The mission today is to find Ujima. It's out there. It's waiting for you to recognize it. And the beautiful thing is once you start looking once you start looking for your principles, you're going to find your principles. And once you find your principles, you will never be able to unfind them because you're going to see them in places that you have never noticed them before. And that's the challenge for us in Gye-Nyame, to be able to see our principles at work and see our ancestors working with us. Family, for those that don't speak the language, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. The Modic principle for the day is righteousness. The M7, or the word of the day for the young people, as far as character building at with what we call the M7 at the school, is respect. The color is blue. I'm going to work on getting another blue shirt. Vibration. Vibration is the Hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kwaku. Female name, Akua. So we raise up our glass in this moment, recognizing this moment is a gift to us from our ancestors. They have carved out the time and space for us. So now it's time for us to carve out time and space for our future generations by handling our business in the moment. So we raise our glass to the power of this moment. We raise our glass, keeping our pledge or our pact to our ancestors to hold on to the moments they have given us, to hold on to the space they have given us, and to increase it for our future generations. So we raise our glass to our efforts. We raise our glass to us in the moment that are conscious of what we are supposed to be doing and out there doing. We raise the glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to the future generations for whom we work, for whom these moments we're carving out and we're taking care of, right? Because this is a heritage. This is a legacy. We're taking care of a legacy that stretches back eons, right? So as we hold on to this, we raise our glass and we salute our children, our children's children, unto infinity, pledging to give them the training that they need to hold on to what we have and to build upon that. Can't wait to see their monuments to greatness. We raise our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations and we say, Ashe. From all of our relations, you know where we go? We go to that selfish toast. This for you. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards your greatness? I'm holding it. I'm holding it. What is it? Can't be that complicated. I'm holding it. It's heavy. There's a big glass. Ashe. From there, family, last but not least, I'm going to toast the most magnificent, marvelous, uplifting, outstanding, stupendous, incredible, wise, determined, and the strongest individual in the room. I raise my glass up to you, family, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family. Wait, it's Cynthia's day. Where you at, Cynthia? Hold on. She usually on here on her day. Her sister on. Alright, but anyway, we toasted. The toast is over. And believe it or not, I ain't got nothing else to say. I gotta save it all because I got a workshop to do at school. So family, wish me luck. Trying to make a breakthrough with some of these babies, man. Let me just say this, though. We don't have a children problem. We have a parent problem. No, ain't even a parent. We have an adult problem. Oh my God. We got work to do, family. And it's a beautiful work. It's a beautiful task. But the question is, how do we service the adults that need the help? I run into adults on a consistent basis that are lost. Grasping is almost like they're drowning, grasping for straws. And I mean, because that's all in many cases that I could present them to help. So how do we, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the problem. I mean, that's, you know, and that's a worthy problem to solve. How do we get help to our adults? You know what I'm saying? Because we straighten out, if we start working on straightening out the adults, that means that the young people that's coming up behind them will move into a system that will already be ready for them. It'll already be set for them to be healthy and balanced. You understand what I'm saying? Rather than, because they got to come through and they have to find their way through. Trying to get over in every little way that they can. You know what I'm saying? Rather than already being over and looking for ways to advance the cause of the people. But, many of us don't even know that we're working for the people, right? Or that we should be working for. Because it's all about me, right? That's what they taught us, right? It's all about me. But you can't win a war like that. Can't win a war like that. Can't win the struggle of life like that. Can't win the race of life like that. Alright, but anyway, I said I ain't had nothing else to say. But hey, family, we got a problem. We got, and that's what true education is. Teaching us how to solve problems. And those of you that I'm talking to have the skills to help solve this problem. How do we solve that problem? How do we get the education, true education, to the adults so that we can start getting systems ready for our young people? Because as they start moving into adulthood, if they moving up into craziness, we got a lot of crazy coming. And I'm getting older. I ain't gonna be able to wrestle with the crazy like I used to do when I was young. I can't do it no more. Not like that, I used to be in the trenches. Now I just want to look over the trenches and say, hey, stop, hey. Just look, looking at the next young dude in the trench. Hey. But hey, I'm a dreamer. Anyway, family, I'm out. Y'all have a great day.